Chrono Odyssey is a game that everybody is excited about. But there's one question mark about the game. Is it gonna be pay to win? Is it gonna instantly die regardless of the way that the game plays and how fun and interesting it is? Just because you can use your credit card to get all of the gear instantly? In this video, we're gonna go through every one of the evidences In this video, we're gonna go through the evidence of whether this game will be pay to win or not with the information we have, and try and make a decision on what's more likely. So you can get excited or be cautious. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Go to my Ko-Fi. If you want to support my content, go to my Twitch to watch me live every morning, and let's get into it. Korean MMORPGs have always been super known for being insanely pay to win every time. Blade and Soul, of course, very pay to win from the start. Throne Liberty came out last year, very pay to win as well. Lineage 2 ended up being a pay to win as well, and of course it makes sense. It is from NCSoft. Lost Ark has tried their best to get out of that in the West in order to actually be able to be successful, but even now they haven't really made it. There's so many more. And my favorite one that I will use an example on this video, Black Desert Online. Because the people that publish this game, Kakao Games, are the same people that are publishing Chrono Odyssey. But is there enough evidence to believe that just because Kakao Games is publishing this game, Chrono Odyssey will also be pay to win? Well, let's go through all that we have. First, the good signs. According to the dev interview, this game is gonna mainly be focused on PvE. It has some PvP, but that PvP is PvP. You will fight other players while you're fighting a big monster. It doesn't seem like it's one of those games that is only focused on PvP and getting advantage of other players. This is important. Most PvP games, well, most Korean games that are PvP are mostly pay to win, and there's a big reason why. Because you want to use your money to get an advantage over other players. Whenever the game is mainly PvE, this is just not the case as much. It still is important, and it still can be pay to win even if it's only PvE, but having a focus other than killing other players will help it being a bit less competitive, making it less possible for it to be pay to win. Another thing that seems like a good sign is the fact that you can actually grind through whatever you want in the game in many different ways. Not only doing, big bosses or, well, the PvE system. You can progress through the game by killing enemies, by doing bounties, by doing so many things, even gathering, making the game not only fun, but also capable of giving you rewards that are coming from different places. And even if there is some sort of pay to win, you can probably get around it easily in many ways. There also seems to be a lot of non-vertical progression systems, like gathering, all this sort of stuff, bounties, wall bosses. Horizontal progression is good. It makes us less likely to have to grind for pay to win systems because we have all the things to grind for. The other thing that seems like it's very good is the fact that the game is not free to play, it's buy to play. So they're actually gonna make some money by just buying the game, giving them less reasons to actually go pay to win because they're gonna be making money anyways. Of course, a subscription model would probably be the only one that would almost guarantee it, but even then, it's not really the case. Now, let's go for the bad signs, and there are sadly a good amount of them. First of all, it's a Korean MMO. Korean MMOs are pay to win. We already listed a few of them before, but there's a reason why there's a stereotype on it. It's because it's true in this case. There are, indeed, almost no Korean MMOs that are not pay to win. It's just what works there, what people want there. So why would they ever go for something else? The other one, and probably the worst one, is their item enhancement feature. You can see right here on the dev interview where they show you a way to enhance your equipment, and this is exactly how every MMORPG that is Korean establishes pay to win. You have armor, and then you use different types of resources to upgrade it, and that resources can be bought with real life money, whether that is from trading with other players or buying them directly from the store. Even though they do say that they can practice their characters according to their playstyle, that doesn't mean that there's not gonna be a way of actually skipping this. They also reduce the risks tied to enhancements. That means that it can actually fail, which is the same reason why a lot of people didn't like the way that Black Desert worked, because their enhancement system, you would be able to break your armor, your weapons, and then it will be over, you have to start over, and this is why most people would indeed swipe, in order to not have this happen So having this as part of their interview is very, very scary, even if they said that it wasn't gonna be pay to win. It could also just be pay to convenience, but a convenience that is so useful that you might as well call it pay to win. All of this already is pretty bad. It's a bit scary. And yeah, you can have an upgrade system that works without pay to win, but considering it's a Korean game, it's not a nice thing to see. Now, that doesn't mean that it will be 100% the case, but it's still something to mention, and it could definitely work differently in the West. That being said, there's one bigger one. It's the fact that Kakao Games is developing it. Kakao Games doesn't have the best track record, and definitely not the best reputation after Black Desert. They published the game in the West, and people consider Black Desert as one of the biggest MMORPGs, but with the same time with one of the biggest pay-to-win systems, especially a long time ago. And in 2021, Kakao Games stopped being part of Black Desert, and Pearl Abyss, the developers, took over, making the game less pay-to-win. But did they actually? Pay-to-win in Black Desert did indeed go down after Pearl Abyss acquisition, but it's still pay-to-win, even now. It got better, but it was still there. 5 months ago, apparently people were scared in the Reddit about the game being more and more pay-to-win, even though Kakao has nothing to do with them. And let's be real, it's not like Black Desert wasn't pay-to-win in Korea, where Kakao Games have nothing to do with. And it's very likely that Kakao Games leaving gave a lot of money and a lot of income to Pearl Abyss, making it less necessary for them to have pay-to-win. Being able to then use this as an excuse, like, guys, we're making the game less pay-to-win, come over here, guys, it's not gonna be like before. But then, boom, it was actually like before anyways. What a good trick, honestly. Oh, a big brain from them. Holy. Do you guys remember when this happened with Bungie Activision split? When Bungie was like, oh my god, Activision is the only reason why Bungie is not making Destiny 2 good. Oh no, what? This is so horrible. They need to leave. They left and nothing happened. Destiny 2 is probably in the worst possible point in their entire life right now. And, well, it's definitely not Activision's fault. Putting all of the fault on the publisher is just not realistic. There might actually be situations where this is the case. Gamigo, let's not talk about those guys, okay? But sometimes they have nothing to do with the development of the game. Sometimes the game just sucks, or sometimes the developers don't know what to do with it, or sometimes the developers are the ones that want to make money out of the game by ruining it. The publisher can help and can make it worse, but that doesn't have to be the case every time. Not to say that Kakao is not gonna do this. They might actually will. But it's not a doomed situation. It might happen. It might not. But honestly, it's too early to tell. And considering the things that we've seen, I think there is a small possibility that this game might actually be the one Korean MMO who's not pay to win. We'll have to see. But I want to be proven wrong, and I hope I do. It's actually interesting to see as well that in the Chrono Odyssey Reddit, there was this post about how Korean players don't really like pay-to-win MMORPGs anymore. So there's a likely possibility that the game will be not only less pay-to-win in Korea, but also not pay-to-win here. Which is weird because honestly, I feel like the West is kind of moving into more pay-to-win stuff, accepting things that might not have the best monetization just because the game is good. I guess we're getting a little bit of a swapperoo between Korea and the West. It's also worth mentioning that Kakao Games in their quarterly release update said that Chrono Odyssey would not be pay-to-win. But it could also mean that it's some sort of other type of inconvenience. They also say here, we're preparing for a model that will maintain for a long time by incorporating various elements such as convenience into the live servers. How much convenience is it gonna be? Is it gonna be convenience to get a bit ahead? That, a lot of the times, means pay to win, just with other words. But the truth is that it's all in a spectrum. There are many pay to win games in the West too. Black Desert, not dead. People still play Throne of Liberty, people still play Lost Ark, and at the end of the day, if the game is good, people will play it regardless. It just depends on how pay-to-win it is, and how the pay-to-win actually affects the game. Chrono might end up being so good, and be so unaffected by pay-to-win, that it might actually have it, and still might be fun. We're gonna have to wait until it releases, and until we have the beta, to actually know whether that is the case. Tell me what you guys think. What are you expecting? It's gonna be pay-to-win? It's not gonna be pay-to-win? Where are you guys at? I'm very curious to see what you guys think. And of course, subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Go to my Ko-Fi if you want to support my content. Go to my Twitch to watch me live every morning. See you guys around. Love you all. Bye.